President Obama, meanwhile, fighting Republicans in Congress, but also meeting later today with his own Democrats, who are noticeably lukewarm about some details of his jobs plan. Joining us now, Congressman John Lewis, a Democrat from Georgia who serves on the Ways and Means Committee. Congressman, great to see you. Thank you so much for joining us today. First of all, I know you're a big supporter of the president's, but has he gone far and big enough with his jobs plan for your taste?
Well, I'm a big supporter not only of the president, but I'm a big supporter of the jobs bill. Well, we need to pass this bill, do what the president asks us to do, so we can put people back to work. Let's just do it. The time is now, the time is right. People are hurting, and they need our help.
I also want to ask you about a resolution that some in the House are proposing, which is to demand an apology from Rick Perry for the sign on the stone at the hunting lodge the hunting camp, rather, that his family had leased for so many years. Do you think that that is in order?
Well, it may not be in order because if we start trying to get a resolution passed every time someone makes some silly or crazy statement, or someone have insensitive, offensive word, or says something, when do we stop? And where do we stop?
What was your reaction when that was revealed, though, by the Washington Post? And there's been a lot of disagreement back and forth between the Perry people and the Post as to when it was painted over. But just the whole sense of that history in recent decades, at least.
Well, it is hard and difficult for me to believe that in this day and age, after we've made so much progress and come such a distance, that in recent years someone would have this offensive word on a rock or any place, and especially a public official. We need to lay down the burden of racism, the burden of hate, and move on.
And I wanted to, in that context, ask you about the loss, the death of an iconic leader from Birmingham, the Reverend Fred Shuttlesworth, who was with you in the march and in the cause, and to talk a bit about his legacy today.
Reverend Fred Shuttlesworth is the last of a kind, this unbelievable fighter, this unbelievable warrior. I first met him more than 50 years ago when we were brought back to Birmingham during the Freedom Rides in May of 1961. He was there to greet us. When we were trapped in a church in Montgomery a few days later, after we had been beaten at the Greyhound bus station in Montgomery, he was there rallying the crowd and supporting us. You know, his home was bombed, his church was bombed, he was beaten, but he was fearless. He is one of the most courageous individuals of the movement. We will miss him. He was such kind, beautiful, loving human being. He was a true leader of the Birmingham movement during the time when Bull Connor, the police commissioner, used dogs and fire hoses on little children.
Well, the Reverend Shuttlesworth died in Birmingham. He was 89, and we thank you so much, Congressman Lewis. Thank you for your memories.
Well, thank you.